Recording. All right. Let's make sure I got the right count. But in 3, 2, and...
The Wolves of Naptown podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed here are not intended as factual information, and it's essential to do your own research. We respect cultural differences, personal choices, and beliefs. And although we do not intentionally try to offend, we understand that it's very possible we may do so. Remember, we are not revealing anything about ourselves. Our goal is to entertain. Please listen with caution and enjoy the show.
You are now listening to the Wolves of Naptown podcast with your host, Madam Boss Lady and Starship West.
You could keep this one.
All right. We are here with another new episode of the Wolves of Naptown podcast. Let's go ahead and let's clap it up here. All right. You know what it is, Naptown. It is your favorite people here. And you know what we do. What we do is we talk about anything and everything that could be happening locally, could be happening statewide, countrywide, worldwide, in space, alternate realities, double wide, whatever. And what we will do is we will go ahead and we will talk about what would we do if we were in that situation, you know what I mean? Put ourselves in those shoes and talk about how we would handle any scenario. And then you may get a whole lot of just great introspective thoughts, or you could just get us going petty. I don't know. It could just be us going petty, but you're going to enjoy it. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it. Let's go ahead and let's get it started here. You know, it's always, I got to kick it over to the boss lady.
What's up, everybody?
Madam Boss Lady in the house. How are you doing today?
I'm excellent, sir. And you?
I'm doing great.
Marvelous.
And yes, I am the one, King
one
Petty
and only.
himself. Clap it up for me. You know what I'm saying? Starship West in the building. All right. And you see we have a guest here, right? Guest here, right? You know what I mean? You know, you can see her promoting Naptown DJ Fest. You can also see her promoting the Indy House Heads, right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Indy House Heads, right? We have Miss Nicci Riddick in the building.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We're happy to have you here. But we're about to go ahead and get into the show. So unless anybody has anything else to say, we're about to go ahead, fade it out. All right. Let's go ahead and let's get into it here. Nicci, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate this.
No problem. Thank you for coming in. Now, before we get started, you know, I think I've asked the boss lady, you know, and she's asked me, Nicci, how are you doing today?
I am doing very well today. Thank you so much for asking.
No problem. Anything special that happened today? You know, I think you've been pretty busy over the past few weeks.
Oh, yes, I have been super busy. Today was a wonderful day. Also, I had a great experience yesterday at a festival, and then today we had a festival at my church. So, back to school event. So that's kind of been a big thing. So everybody's getting ready for back to school for the kids. Right. So we're doing a little celebration and, you know, giving away some school supplies and things of that nature. So
everybody needs them.
That's what's up. Now, wait a minute. There was an event that happened yesterday, right?
Yes.
That was like, I think it was the 8 Down Festival.
That's correct. The 8 Down Festival. Yes, it was.
Okay, now, what was that? I know we're talking about something that just happened, man, but I'm just interested because I feel like I've been like head down, you know what I'm saying, editing videos, but head down editing videos. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I just have to come up for air and just see what's going on here. So what was that festival about?
Absolutely. So the 8 Down Festival is actually an event that is put on by Dominic Dorsey. So he actually does several festivals throughout the year. Now this one is actually one that we kind of switched over a little bit. It was called the Block Party in previous years, but he has switched it to the 8 Down Festival. So it is a cultural event. We like to celebrate entrepreneurs, so that is the biggest thing. Okay. We also had a lot of DJs. We had DJ battle. We were doing. He gave away a trophy. It was the DJ Skrill tournament. So it was a DJ battle.
Okay.
He had ciphers on the main stage. We, of course, Naptown DJ Fest were in the building. We were in the food court, so we entertained everybody that was there getting food.
Good.
But it was great. It was a wonderful experience. The weather was amazing. That was really a big thing because most years and years past, it has been so hot and a little uncomfortable. But it was a family event, so that's a wonderful thing. We had zip lines. We had a giant trampoline. Oh yeah.
Man.
We had bounce house, a big old hip hop bounce house. It was in the shape of a radio, so we had that. It was great. Like vendors, we had over 125 vendors. So when I tell you it was awesome, it was absolutely awesome.
Big, yeah.
Yep, it's major. Right there at Flanner House. So Flanner House does a lot for the community, obviously. So because it was a community event, we love to be able to partner with the Flanner House. He's done everything. Brandon Cosby has been amazing for Dominic and for all of his events. So there at the Flanner House, it was good. It was big community.
All right, it was 8 Down Festival.
Yes,
right?
8 Down Festival.
Clap it up for that.
Absolutely, yes.
Wow, man, over
125 vendors. Absolutely.
125 vendors.
Yes,
That's
Wow,
good support.
Man. It made me mad that we weren't there, man.
I know.
Something.
That's major.
I mean, shoot, gotta be something.
Goals.
Something
That's
out
what that
here,
is.
right?
That's goals. We need to make sure y'all at everything.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead. I want to move to. Let's go ahead and tackle the house heads, right? Because that was just something. Honestly, that came out of left field.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I follow Long Green, right? You know
Yes.
what I'm saying, on social media. You know what I'm saying, following his career. It just like all of a sudden just popped up like doing like house music. I was like, oh my God, okay. Where this come from? Like I know my man is just like into music.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just all of it. But I just like house. Okay, so tell me about that, man.
Absolutely. So what happened is, I believe like earlier in the year, so actually this is going to be the 9th annual Indy House Heads Music Festival.
Okay.
So they actually have been having this event for several years. We partnered with DJ Freddie Fresh. So he's actually been with his other co-founders. There was, I think there are 4 other founders in addition to himself. And so we wanted to make the House Heads Festival as big as DJ Fest.
Okay.
And so their festival has been going, like I said, for 9 years, but we just wanted to make it bigger and better. So we said, hey, you know what? Let's partner together and let's make sure that everybody knows about house music because, a lot of people are from Chicago, from Gary, that's like their sound. But we know that there are people who are here, who are either planted here, have moved here, they now live here, but they don't think there's anything going on for house music. So we wanted to make sure that people that were here, you don't have to go all the way to Chicago, you don't have to go back to Gary, you don't have to go home. You know what I mean? We got you. So guess what? Let's do some things. Let's help them see it and know it and just grow the actual festival itself. So, Freddie is really, really big with house music. And then his other founders, China and Rec and Butterman, they all are real big house fans and everything. So it was just like, but we want to make it bigger. We really want to make sure that people know that this house music is here. So that's why we decided to go ahead and partner with them and let's just make this festival even bigger.
Okay, so when is the festival and what is going to be going on with the festival other than the house music? Obviously.
Absolutely. So for the Indy House Heads Music Festival, it is September the 6th. It is going to be in Watkins Park. So we'll have a bigger stage than they've usually had. And the biggest thing about them is that we like to bring DJs from other places. Okay. So it won't just be all Indiana DJs. So it's kind of the difference between the Naptown DJ Fest and Indy House Heads is that we'll have a lot more DJs from surrounding areas. So they'll bring some DJs, like I said, from Chicago and things like that. And then
you
Freddie,
gotta have
of course,
that sound, right?
Oh yeah, we got to bring that sound,
right?
that good authentic house music sound. Right. So so that one will be house music. It'll also be a family friendly event, but literally it'll just be them being able to just showcase their talents, play that music, let those people just be out there and dance.
Bit, yeah.
Absolutely. Like that is just going to be the most fun. Just where they can bring their tents, bring their chairs, bring their coolers, sit out there and just listen to that music and they can dance. Right. The summertime is the festival time. So anytime people can just be out and enjoy themselves, that's really what we want to do.
Festivals abound. Like everybody's got a festival. They're like, man, we should have some type of festival.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And we'll have vendors and everything for this event, for the House Heads event as well. We'll have some food trucks and vendors and things like that, but it's really about the music.
That's what's up.
Can people still sign up?
Yes. So we actually are still taking vendors for that one, food trucks, all of that. We can still have them sign up. And then the DJs, like I said, they're handling, Freddie Fresh is handling all the DJs that are coming and things like that. So it's not really like the DJ Fest is, we actually have DJs that sign up and they have slotted times and things like that.
Right.
The festival, the House Heads Festival will be different. It'll be those DJs and they'll be on for a long time and just, doing that
like
whole
a
vibe thing.
showcase.
Kind of open-ended.
Absolutely.
All right. Where, if somebody wants to participate, whether it's being a vendor or whether I don't know if they're selling tickets or whatnot, like where can they get more information about Indy House Heads?
For sure. They can actually go to our social media site. We actually have a social media group page and the regular page, the Indy House Heads social media page. If they want a lot more information, we actually are merging our website so they can go to the NaptownDJFest.com website, and then we'll be able to link that to the Indy House Heads, and then they can send us their information and we'll get back with them and say, hey, what you want to do?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say what you want to do. Hey, boss, like, we ought to show up there. You know what I mean?
I think you should.
We can do some more Instagram videos or whatnot.
Listen, you are invited. We want to see you. Listen, I'm almost going to make sure y'all there. I want y'all to be there for sure.
We do too.
Oh, my goodness. So, boss lady, did you have anything, man? You want to keep going?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Because, we've had a lot of DJs here in the past few shows or whatnot, and the best thing I like about DJing, right, is just that I think for a lot of us, like older people, I think it's just like a way to still stay connected in music, without having to do like some of the, the young people stuff, right?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? I mean, I know there's a lot of 40-year-olds that probably still want to get out there and probably think they can be rappers and whatnot, but they probably need to hang that up. But, as a DJ, you know what I mean? I think that's an avenue, for you to be able to stay in the music. There's just so much, how do I want to say that? The range of music that can be played. You know what I'm saying? It's just vast. I mean, you can do your whole thing about R&Bs. We had with DJ Dejan, you know what I'm saying, a few weeks
we had
ago.
a lot of DJs.
Right, you know what I'm saying? R&B sets and whatnot, just like, saying house music, right? You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, you can still go at 8 Second Salon or whatever. Just go ahead and do some line dancing.
Oh,
and stuff,
yeah.
right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure. My dance is hot.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the thing that just kind of just fascinated me, you know what I'm saying, around, DJing. So, Nicci, I want to ask you, it's like, because, this is like 2 events now, based around DJs, and, and you're part of Naptown DJ Fest. What got you into, like, being a part of this and, like, helping these DJs out?
For sure. So actually, the funny part is that if I give you a little backstory, I always wanted to be a DJ when I was a kid.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know that, but I did always want to be a DJ. But what got me more into it was, so I work with a lot of DJs. So I do a lot of events and promotions, and I work at a lot of different clubs and things of that nature. So I was working with DJ Marcus Wayne, and I work with he and DJ King at the Point nightclub. So we have a every Sunday party. And so when DJ Longgreen started working at the Point and being a DJ there, he just started telling me about the things that he had going on and, things he was working on and things of that nature. So I'm also an event planner. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So I think, because I'm an event planner and he noticed all the other things that I was doing outside of just, being in the club and things of that nature. He was like, hey, listen, I need some help. I got this festival I'm trying to do, and I just want to ask you some questions. I want to pick your brain, things like that. And so literally we were at work at the Point one night and he literally just asked me a couple questions. When I tell you I gave him all the everything that was in my brain. Just, hey, okay, you need to do this. You need to get this person. You need to have this. So I gave him a whole event, planned this whole situation. And then he was like, well, I got this DJ Fest and it's coming up on this day. And I was like, oops. Well, I can help you, but I'm going to have to help you from afar because I was going out of town. So I wasn't even going to be here. But at any rate, so we talked about it. We got that together. He had his first event. I was not there. And I mean, he kind of was keeping me abreast of everything that was going on. And so that event happened and he was like, hey, the event was a success. We're going to do more things of that nature. And so as he went on and still decided he wanted to make it an annual event and he wanted to do more. So we just began to talk a little bit more about all his goals and, the visions that he had for it and what he wanted to do with it. And so I said, well, I guess I'm in. I just kind of inserted myself into it and said, well, I'm going to help you plan it. Let's figure this thing out. You know what I mean? And so we did. We came up with the second one, went through that. And then at that point, we weren't even officially business partners. I was literally just helping him as an event planner, but also because I love music and I love the culture of DJs. Like, I spend a lot of time with DJs and around them and, you know, with all the different events and places that I go and things of that nature. So right after our second DJ Fest, I said, okay, listen, we got to make this official.
Right.
I'm in. You in.
Right.
You in.
Hey,
and so,
that business official.
Absolutely. We made that official. So, and we've just run with it from there. So it's like I had the same goals as he was telling me all his visions. I was like, you know what? I'm down for that. I have some of the same things that I've had in my mind, but just never really did anything with it. And so I was like, you know what? I want to see the community of DJs grow. I want to, you know, just see what they can do with it. Like, it doesn't just have to be playing music. You know, what can we do for the community with it?
Right.
You know,
always.
how can we showcase the things that they're doing? How can we bring in other people? How can we even partner with people outside of just our city? Like, we want the city to be great. You know what I mean? But there's some great things that are happening in surrounding cities that we can learn from. You know, we can get some great information from them, and let's see how we can input that into what we're doing and make it bigger and better.
There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into Naptown DJ Fest, right? Because I didn't get a chance to make it to the first one. Right?
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to make it to the first one, but I did go to the second one. And just so I can let the boss lady know. So when I showed up, right, and I can't remember the name of the park because, just names and stuff, it escapes me. It escapes me, right? So where was that at?
Watkins Park.
It was at Watkins Park?
Yes,
Okay,
Watkins
okay.
Park.
So, you walk up and it just seems like just different gazebos, right? And like everybody kind of had their own DJ, right?
In each one, okay.
So you could walk to one area and one DJ is just playing, and then you can see just walk down here, another DJ is playing, and then they have another area to where there were vendors, right? There's a few people that are selling like clothes and trinkets and stuff, that type of stuff, and then on the street there were like food vendors and whatnot, So I thought it was successful. I seen,
Probably was.
the DJ Battle League had their little, let me stop saying little. They had their tent set up, We had a whole show about that. I promise y'all, it's not little. It's everything is big. It's big. They had they big tents there. You know what I'm saying? No, for real though. I mean, it's like everybody we had, and a bunch of Naptown DJ Fest shirts. That's another thing, because I heard you also do clothing, right?
I do.
So we're going to get to that as well.
Right.
We'll get to that as well, because we check it out, right? You see it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Trying to represent.
Good.
So trust me, we're going to get into that too. But, it's just like, it seemed like a very successful event. So what is different that you're going to do, or that the organization of Naptown DJ Fest is going to do from last year to this year? I mean, is it just going to be just doing it bigger and better? Is it just going to be other things that are going to be like other events or things? Like, what's going to be different?
Okay. Well, so we're going to have a lot of things that are different. The first thing that's going to be different, and we kind of made this announcement a little bit as we were doing this planning, is that we are going to be making sure that everybody knows about our nonprofit organization, which is the Blended Abilities Music Foundation. Mm-hmm. So this actually, we really want to focus on it a lot, and it has a lot to do with DJs, because we will be focusing on some of our DJs that have disabilities. So some of them actually will be DJing, and we're super excited about it. And it's really going to be, the foundation is really great for youth, young adults that have disabilities, but they are interested in doing anything that's about music, whether that's producing or DJing. So all things music. So that's going to be the biggest thing. It's just that we want to make sure that we show, that we tell people about the foundation, because as I said, it's about community, but we're doing more than just playing music, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of passion around a lot of different things.
That's really cool. Blended abilities,
yes,
right? So are they going to have
absolutely.
like a spot to where one of them are going to be able to go in there and show their skills and whatnot?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
They have their actual own set. So we have 3. I believe we have 3 of them. There may be 4. So don't quote me, but it's either 3 or 4 DJs with disabilities. So yes, they will have their own set. So you'll get to enjoy, everything that they do, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm so excited about it. They are excited about it. When I tell you, one of our DJs, he has been posting so much on social media. I'm so excited about it. So I was like, that's wonderful. So he's, really, really ready to be there. So that's one great difference, that there will be this year.
And see, that's what I'm talking about, man. It just seems like, being a DJ, right? You're talking about people with, saying disabilities are still being able to enjoy music and participate in music through DJing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm telling you, you never know. I mean, next year I might have to come up with a DJ name. You know what I'm saying? I'm already, pricing up controllers and stuff. He said, don't do it.
Well.
Say, man, why are you killing my dreams, man?
I'm killing you. Okay, you got 1,000 things to do. You better focus on video.
It says the woman with 1,000 things to do.
But I'm not complaining.
Why you think
I'm not complaining?
Yeah, I know you. Okay, I'm about to say, I'm getting inspiration from you.
All right,
You know
just saying.
One more thing. It's
Stop
just
telling
one
me
more
I can't
thing.
do stuff.
I'm just not. I'm just saying, quit complaining about it. Just do it.
Man, anyway. Anyway, all right. I mean, so we talked a little bit about the business, and now not getting too deep into like financials and stuff like that, but what did it take to convert DJ Fest to just kind of like a pop-up festival to what you're trying to do is making this like a business and organization?
For sure. So it actually, it's a lot different because we do have to spend a lot of money to do different things. But it's for us because it's a labor of love. You know what I mean? It's something that we're really passionate about. The money part is kind of secondary for us. We want to make sure that we do everything that we really set out to do and make that the focal point. The money part will come. That's just, honestly, that's what we believe, So it's been just making sure that things get done. So no matter what that takes, whether that's trying to get sponsors, what I have learned from this is that, and I'm not really an asker, but I have become an asker.
Okay.
Meaning that you can't have it unless you ask for it. And what I have learned in dealing, in dealing with DJ Fest is just that there are people out here who want to do things for you. They want to, when they believe in your vision, they will give. But a lot of people don't give because you don't ask.
You don't ask and they don't know.
And they don't know. And so I found that out. I figured it out. And I said, you know what? Thank you, God. That was an epiphany you sent to me. And so I said, I just started asking. You know what I mean? Because what I find is that people follow me a lot. People see what I do. People know what I do. They recognize it. You know what I mean? But I have never just said to them, hey, listen, would you like to donate? Would you like to sponsor something? Is there, what way can you help? You know what I mean? If you believe in what I'm doing, what is it that you would like to do? How can I involve you in it? So it really has become about the ask. So that's one of the biggest things. It's just, and we have not really delved really, really deeply into sponsorships. That is definitely something we will work on for our next one. But, so right now it's us financing it the best way we possibly can, but we're learning to ask, you know what I mean? That's been a major thing from, one event. So from the very first year being at Washington Park, and then moving to Watkins Park, that was a major difference just in, regular operating costs, you know what I mean? So, because eventually we would love for this festival to be so big that we're able to pay these DJs to be there. That's a goal in life. You know what I mean? Even though we know that they love to be there, they want to showcase, and nobody is asking us for anything, but that's just a goal of ours because we want to make sure that, hey, we know that's right. You're taken care of. We appreciate your talents and your abilities to be here, but we also want to make sure that, hey, guess what? Here's a little something. It may not, it may not jump off to be everything. You know what I mean?
They
but if it's a little something,
it would be
they
nice.
won't. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
So even if it was a love offering, you know what I mean? So we just want that to be a thing eventually.
That's good.
But yeah, so it's been, very interesting, that move from just having an event to, making it a bigger festival and making it more about the business of it.
Now, see people out there now, I want you to enjoy this because right now, what you just heard is like they're paying for this, right?
That's
they're probably
correct.
going to be in the red. So you better go out there and enjoy, support, put some extra money on the books, be a sponsor, donate, go do all of that stuff.
Yes, we need all of that.
Depending on what I look like, if my barber comes through, I'll be there.
Yes. Well, come on, barber. Make sure you get him right.
Barber's come through, I'll be there. It'll be my second time there too. And I've seen a lot of people. I mean, I've seen what's the name, Tevin Studdard, at
Yes.
the last one. I seen Geno Shelton at the last one doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? They're like the oldest, popular social media influencer out there. You
For
know
sure.
what I mean? For
Yeah.
real.
And he's celebrating this year, so we're going to make sure he's there. He's
Okay.
celebrating his 40-year anniversary.
Yeah, right. It's 40 years in Indy, right?
Yep,
Wow.
absolutely. Yep, being in promotions and all that good stuff. So yeah, he's one of our great supporters. So we want to make sure we support him as well. So
That's
Now,
what's
let me ask you this, because I've heard some rumors about this, last year. Do you find that there may be some DJs that feel like they're like entitled, to like participate in stuff like this, or specifically Naptown DJ Fest, like, how dare you not have a spot for me type of thing?
well, that's a great question. I tell you. So I'm one of the realest people you
Yeah,
could
I
probably
promise
ever
I'm
met.
not messy.
It's okay. It ain't really
Like he
about
could
me.
be.
Hey, that's one of the. I mean, that's a real question. That's real life. So I'm okay with that. And I think that is just like in any other area or any other arena that you're in. I feel like it's a thing. It really is. It's a thing. There have been, if you're obviously you're social media people. So even if you look on social media, there have been lots of things that are going on with DJs in general, about battles and this and that. So I'm sure that there are probably people that just feel like, hey, I should have a spot, all of that. Now, what I will tell you is that I haven't personally heard it. Like nobody has brought it personally to me.
That's
But
good.
I'm sure that the feeling is out there. And, if I need to speak on that, if that is a thing or if people are thinking it, my biggest thing is this. What we want to do is we want to make sure that everybody is showcased. Like I said, because we have, diversity is also another one of our big things, in addition to the DJs with disabilities, but we want to make sure it's diverse because it's not just about, it's cultural. Don't get me wrong, because we are about the ones and twos culture, the culture of the ones and twos in general. So, we want to promote diversity as well. So we don't just have all black DJs. We have some Latin DJs. We have some white DJs. We have women DJs. Because I made sure, hey, listen, we won't do this unless we have multiple. So I've reached out to a couple of women just because I'm like, hey, listen, you're not on here, why not? If you're not on my list, why not? Let's figure out how we're going to get more.
Fest, right? We need
It's
the
DJ Fest.
representation.
We need all the representation. So yes, we want it to be diverse. We want everybody. So we're going to have some Latin music. We're going to have some Afrobeat music. We're going to have all of those things. So it's not really...
the salsa.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We want to have all of that. So, it's one of those things where I just want any of the DJs who even think, oh, I'm just supposed to be. It's not really about supposed to be. It's about, for one, giving everybody a chance and an opportunity because, when you're in certain circles, you see the same people, you hear the same people, but there are so many people out here that are DJs that we never see. They're doing family parties and community events
Low-key
and things
stuff.
of that. Yeah, they're doing all that low key stuff, but we want to see you. We want to hear you. So why, we want to showcase everybody. We don't want it to be the same, so everybody's not going to have the same chance every single year. We're not going to say, oh, so-and-so is going on at this time.
At their spot.
That is not the goal of us. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that everybody gets a chance and we put it out there to the whole community. So it's an opportunity for everybody to sign up. My biggest goal was to make sure that I got DJs to sign up. Some of them just didn't. Some of them didn't hear it. Some of them, you know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those things where now, listen, if y'all following stuff, y'all hear stuff. Now, if you miss your opportunity, now that's not our fault.
Hey,
'Cause it was out there.
The advertisement's been out there for months.
Thank you. Yes. So that was
I've
a
been
goal.
seeing
It was like,
for
we got
months.
to push.
It's been out there for
Thank
months
you.
now.
And we did that. So all I can say is that we did our part. We
That's
put it out
it.
there. If you missed it, we are sorry.
Catch
we
you next
promise.
year.
That's right. Catch us next year or at another event. Because that's, that's also a thing. We want to make sure we're doing events, leading up to the next year. You know what I mean? There'll be smaller things or smaller parties, which will also, be that's the business side. That's that make money side.
There you go. And that's why I brought it up, is because it's like, I just felt like, this is a startup. Like, this is the beginning part of this, and I'm sure nobody is getting paid right now. Like, nobody's really getting money right now.
You are correct.
So it's just kind of like, for real. So if you're doing this for the exposure, right? And so, and this is, because I'm on social media, and I did hear one. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like it's a lot of people, okay? I'm not going to say that, but just the fact that I heard somebody just really had the audacity and try to come at some of the, creators of Naptown DJ Fest on some, they felt like, oh, the festival wasn't good because they didn't get a chance to perform. And then try to put out there on social media like, oh, should I just bring my whole setup and stuff? And it's like, it sounds to me like you should have communicated before now. For sure. And it's like, and why are you putting this out on social media? You know what I'm saying? You're trying, this is a clout thing. And you're trying to like do this toxic thing that we do is try to bring us down and tear us down and stuff like, you know, what is that analogy? Like monkeys in a barrel, like trying to pull some crabs in a barrel. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pull each other down. Like, we need to stop that, right? You know what I'm saying? This is still, you know what I'm saying, trying to, a community event, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring everything together. And hopefully if y'all act right, maybe in the future I can get paid. Like, maybe
100%. That is the goal. We're working on that.
You know what I'm saying?
So do right. Be right, y'all.
Right. So I want to go ahead because, you know, you came in styling and profiling, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like some old Ric Flair, right? You know what I mean? And that was another thing because obviously, you know, we're trying to get our merch game going on, right? You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of people. It seems like everybody's got, you know what I'm saying, some type of clothing motion going on. But I will say that, you know, this isn't the first time. Like, I see the social media, right? I see the Naptown DJ Fest hoodies and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I seen some of the other, I mean, I think, now, did you, and correct me if I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? I know the artwork was done by somebody else, but did you help out with the DJ Marauders, you know, t-shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Naptown Marauders, that actually was the brainchild of DJ Long Green. So he came up with that from the Tribe Called Quest. That album cover. And so he did that. Midnight Marauders, exactly. So he came up with that, and then he and his design team, they came up with that whole artwork piece. So we actually made that into a poster also. So he has that where you can, you know, have it framed and, you know, put in your home or whatever. And then we decided, well, hey, guess what? All these DJs on here, they might want to wear it on them. So we going to put it on a shirt. Okay. So, yeah, absolutely. So we've done that. We went ahead and put it on a shirt and let them wear it as apparel.
I remember seeing the whole big kind of like reveal for it. You know, it's like made like it was really artwork. And shout out to Shortcut. I think you had something to do with, you know, the design on that. So shout out to Shortcut on that. All right. So let's talk about the clothes, though. I want to talk about the clothes.
Okay.
So, all right. So what is the name? Like, I thought I had the name locked down, right? But what is the name of the clothing business?
It is AudaciousLife, custom printed apparel.
Okay.
Yes. So
what all do you do when it comes to custom apparel?
So I can pretty much do anything that needs to be printed. So, and I do screen printing, I do sublimation, I do all the things. And vinyl printing and all of that. So I can do shirts, I can do pants, I can do pretty much anything. I do anything that's printed and not embroidery. So I don't do embroidery at all. But the best thing for me is that I have colleagues that do everything. So even if I can't do it, I can get it done for you. Okay. That's the whole key for me. So it's like, just ask, and I promise I'm going to make it happen. I can get it, printed on anything. So yeah, so that's kind of the biggest thing for me.
So what are the quantities we're talking about? I mean, can you get one-offs, or can you get like, 50,
1 to 1 million? It doesn't matter. And beyond. And beyond. I will make it happen however I need to. That's, Mrs. Make It Happen. That's what I call myself sometimes.
There you go. There you go, man. Clap it up. Oh, no, don't do that. I'm sorry. That's me, y'all. I will make sure that I get that out of there. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted.
That's what's up.
We'll edit that shit out. All right. So, is there a website, right? Is there a website? Where can we go ahead and see, you know what I'm saying, the different offerings that AudaciousLife has?
Absolutely. So all of the different social medias that we do, or all of the different companies, DJ Fest, House Heads, AudaciousLife, all have a separate merchandise website. Okay. And I do clothing and apparel and merchandise for some other people too. So they all get their own website as well, and I do merch for them as well. But mine is just AudaciousLife social media, and then my website actually is cashdrop.AudaciousLife. So that's where you
I
can
like
actually
that,
do
man.
your
Drop
merchandise.
that cash.
Drop that cash. Yes. Because I'm a very simple girl when it comes to like just my merchandise and things like that. I'm not a big the website is not all big and elaborate and all that. I want you to get on there and buy your stuff and get off. That's all you need to do.
That's it.
Order, place your order, and get gone.
Have you seen Yeezy's website? I mean, it's literally just white and just here.
Yes.
A1, A2, A3. Buy it.
There
you know
go.
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm simple,
For
straight to the
real.
point. Because sometimes you got too much fluff and people get lost in it. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody to get lost in looking at a whole bunch of other stuff. I want you to go on here, find these shirts, place your order, and let's go. Yeah, and I do a lot of custom, so that's a big thing for me too. So sometimes, there may be things that you see, like when I do vendor events, I just will make a bunch of stuff that I know will sell. But I always tell people, hey, I do custom things. So, I do a lot of things with people who do family reunions and stuff like that. So big orders for that type stuff. And I create websites for them too. So,
So you also create websites. I picked up on that. It's like, they got their own website.
Just merchandise websites though.
Okay.
Just merchandise stuff. So if they need, like for a family reunion, how sometimes your family reunion, they'll take your money and then one person has to do it and they have to keep track of the sizes and blah, blah, blah. That's a hassle. So I try to make things easy for people. So it's like, hey, guess what? I'm going to create this site. They can go onto the site. They pay for their order. They can get it. Or they go in there, they place the order. It's kind of a drop shipping situation. So they place the order. And then if somebody from the family, you pick up all the shirts and good. And then you can distribute them. So I try to make it easy for people. So I do that for a lot of different families and some companies as well. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Now I can see you got the design because you got the fashionable cuts and stuff on there.
Okay, y'all better know about that. You better know about it.
Zoom in on that right there.
Right, cut the collar off.
Try to be definitely.
That's right.
I think like the last time that I think I saw you, Nicci, was that one of those the VDBL events.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think every time I've been there, I think I've seen you there one time. And I think you had like a white DJ Fest, hoodie, and it had like the, the words and the arms and
I know
stuff.
exactly
and
what
I
you're
was just
talking
kind of
about.
like, I was like, that motherfucker's kind of hard and shit.
Oh, well, thank you. Listen, coming from you, I love that. Thank you.
We're trying to, do some things with our, I feel like we're pretty creative, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The boss lady be bossing. Like, she don't ever want to be talking about it, you know what I'm saying? But she got so much, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's why I'm so surprised. You were like, man, I can't do anything else, man. You don't want to be like you?
No, I'm not saying that. I just don't complain about it.
Oh, well, no, you know me. It's not really complaining.
Well, you be saying I'm overwhelmed and this, that, and the other.
But it's a good overwhelm, though. It's just like I'm happy to, be overwhelmed doing something
what you
good.
do.
I'm
you know
like
what
that
I mean?
too. I am like that too.
It's better to be overwhelmed doing that than be overwhelmed working for a jackass. If I'm overwhelmed working for a jackass,
Ooh,
that's
pissed off.
You have said a word, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hey, for real. So if I'm overwhelmed
100%.
doing me, I'm okay with that. And
I'm okay with that too.
I'm gonna be like,
100%.
oh yeah, I'm drowning, but I'm still working.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's all about me.
I still got a smile on my
That's
face.
it.
You know what I
You
mean?
do.
Hey, there you go, man. Let me make sure I can hit the right one. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting old, y'all. Right? Everything is just getting blurry
That's
and
wisdom.
shit. You know what I mean?
Seasoning and wisdom.
Seasoning wisdom. Okay, I'll give some of that back for some more of my vision.
All right.
That's real.
Shoot. All right. So, we've talked about a lot. We've talked about Indy House Heads. We've talked about AudaciousLife. We've talked about Naptown DJ Fest. Is there anything else that you don't do, Nicci?
And you know what? I tell people that sometimes you probably want to ask me what I don't do because anything else is going to just drag on and on and on and on and on. So probably the only other thing that I really like to tell people about, and it's a very simple thing, but I decided probably like the early part of last year that I wanted people, because I'm out a lot. And people, when they see me, they like, either they have just moved into town or they, are homebodies. There's nothing to do in Indy. There's nothing to do in that. And I was like, I need to stop hearing that, because now if you tell me that you're seeing me out, then that means it's something to do, because I'm not in the same places. That's one thing. So I have a social media page. It's called Explore Indy. So it's actually just a group page for right now. And I honestly, I probably will keep it as a group page because I found more engagement that way. The regular pages, it's a lot of fluff. It's a lot of extra stuff. And I just like... I like being reachable. I like to be able to talk to the people and see the people and know the people. So I kind of like the group page option. But the page really, literally, and the funny part is that it was a group that I joined, and then whoever started the group stopped it. And then it sat forever. And then one day after probably, I don't know, months and months and months, I went to the page and it said, hey, this page is available because nobody has touched it. I said, don't worry about it. I got this.
Pick it up.
I didn't know it worked like that. So you just leave a page and be like, hey, you want it?
If it's out there and they give you that opportunity. So I said, you know what? It's out there. I'm going to take it and I'm going to make something out of it because it was something I was already trying to do anyway. I was always posting on the page
That's a blessing,
anyway.
is what I call it.
It was indeed. It absolutely was. And so basically, I just like to tell people, and it's a super simple thing. Like, I don't even do a lot of show my face on it. I literally just post people's flyers. So anything that's happening in the city, they can post anything. And it is not just about Black events. It's not just about clubs. I post things from community events, food pantries, garage sales. There's nothing promotional on it, meaning like you can't come on and promote your products. You can't come on and say, I do whatever, braids and this thing, you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. I decline all of that. It's all about promoting people's events, because what I also found is that I want people to support me and I want to support them, and all it takes is a share. All it takes is a like. Like, it doesn't cost you anything.
Not a penny.
And so for me, because that's me, I love to support other people, and I'm just like, at some point it's gonna come back around for me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I just feel like that's the one thing we can do for free. So I said, you know what? I just want this page to be about that. I want people to know there is stuff to do. There's concerts. There's outdoor stuff. There's symphonies. There's, you know what I mean? Stuff that people don't think about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
good.
The apple orchards. You know what I mean? The wineries. There's stuff like that.
People do say that there isn't anything in Indy, and it's kind of like
much stuff.
You gotta.
I do not like when I hear that.
You gotta make it yourself.
You do.
You know what I mean?
You have to, and I wanted them
to
to
get out
have
the house.
You do. Oh my goodness, that's so big. People are always like, "There's nothing to do." Well, when did you leave last? I don't feel like it. I want to stay in the house. They ain't tried nothing. They ain't seen nothing. They ain't been nowhere. And then when I give them a list of what's happening for the weekend,
they still ain't gonna do it.
They might not, but at least you know it's out there. You can't say that you didn't know.
Or do something yourself. Like I'm telling you, like when we started really doing this podcast, like, and now people are like, "Hey, come here, come there," and it's just like, oh, I didn't know all of this was going on. I had no idea. And I've been promoting it on, social media, but you haven't gotten to our algorithm because we haven't really done anything.
Exactly.
So now that you're out here, we're doing this stuff. Now it's like, oh man, it's all this stuff. What, the lemon drop thing? I don't even know what the hell that was.
Lemon drop thing, right?
Did you hear that? I was like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? That thing, and like all these other, podcasters be having their little festivals and stuff, man. Big festivals. Sorry, we're getting it out there. Big festivals. It's a
I didn't even know that you
festival.
said it again.
Big festivals. I'm saying we're not belittling anything. Your big festivals. You know what I mean? But I clap it up for that, man.
Yes, indeed.
I think I did see that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I accepted that. I will be accepting that, Explore Indy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think you said something that's, a lot of people that have come in here and be like, yeah, there isn't anything in Indy. And be like, no, you are wrong. There is a lot of things. It may not necessarily be what you normally go to, but then that's your key to go ahead and try something different.
Try something different. That's a big thing, because people are they're stuck. They get stuck in their own little rhythm and their own little, what to do's and what not to do's. But it's like, if you just try something, you will see. They're like, I didn't even know this park was here. I didn't even know this museum was here. And it's like, you don't know because you're not looking for it, but you're also not trying it. Like, you have to go. There's so many things that I have found in so many little places, you know what I mean, that you just don't see. There are all kinds of little alcoves around the city of just little places, and you're just like, this is just so beautiful. I didn't know anything about it. So I just want to make sure that we showcase those kinds of things, just different stuff, and just stuff that people just don't normally go to. But they need the support too, because people are having these events in these places, but people don't know, but they're not supporting. And it's like, I just wanted people to be able to do stuff, find stuff for free. There's obviously concerts and stuff like that, but even those things that are free, plus the community events are big. So I've even got some of the community places like Cafe, they post their stuff on there. The center trustee office, she posts a lot of things on Explore Indy. So anytime they're doing anything, because they do Food Truck Friday, all this free stuff.
Really, I didn't know that.
They talk about a lot of homeless stuff. The one thing that has impressed me the most with them is they do like this this thing where they allow the homeless to come and they do a whole shower thing, so they can come.
Really?
Listen, when I saw that, I
That
said
is
Jesus
dope,
is
man.
good and He is real, because you know what I mean. That's something. Who thinks about that type thing? But they
That's
actually
good.
create a whole event around that, and I think they do it either weekly or bi-weekly. But you know, they actually
That's
have a
dope,
full
man.
setup. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's stuff
good,
like
yeah.
that,
So you
and
can
I
go
want
and
people
get
to know
cleaned
about
up for
that.
a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. That
Yep.
could probably change your whole, you know what I'm saying, outlook.
Everybody's perspective, you know what I mean? So I said that those type of things are things I love to be able to showcase. When they do the food pantries, and then when some of these churches, they offer these food pantries and stuff, I try to pub that up as much as I can, because you know, people don't know about all that stuff, and some of that stuff happens on a weekly basis and they still don't know. But I just feel like if I can put it out there, you know, good enough, then we good.
Yeah,
So I
you're
just,
doing your part.
Absolutely. And I,
There we
you know,
go.
so I'm just trying to grow that, really trying to grow it so people know.
So say it one more time. Where is it? Explore Indy?
It's Explore Indy. Yep, it's a group page on Facebook, and I also have it on Instagram as well. Explore
All
Indy.
right. Explore Indy. Just go ahead and clap it up for that.
Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into, you know what I'm saying, one of probably the most popular segment of our show. It is the petty segment. We are going to go ahead
I
and
love
get
this
petty.
segment, actually.
You know, I mean, we can always, like, I could get petty, you know what I'm saying, at the boss lady right now.
Nope, I
And it's
don't
like,
care.
yeah, but it's like,
I
we have a show to
explored
do.
Indy.
Like, can you even see that?
Okay, I can't.
You,
No.
you trying to get that. I'm going to let you go ahead and search for Explore Indy. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead and search for that. I promise I'll get you that, because I think I already got an invite. I'll send that to you.
No, okay, do that for me,
I'll
because
do
you
that
know
for you.
I'm gonna need some help.
You need some help. Okay. So you got to have your glasses on, man.
I told you I can't even see without them. With them today, it's all bad.
Oh my goodness.
It's all bad.
So Nicci, I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, there's no real setup. It's just
Okay.
kind of like, you know, if you have something to get petty on. Now I'm gonna say this: every time I have a DJ or DJ related person, the number one thing they want to get petty about is gatekeeping.
Oh,
See, there we go. Yeah, they
That ain't one
always
that I
wanna
would go
talk
to,
about
though.
gatekeeping.
Oh, okay. You
that
don't
ain't
have
one
them
I
Really
want.
gatekeeping.
I had that
I'm
problem.
up with good. Hey, there we go.
She don't have them problems.
There we go. Because I always get that about gatekeeping. That's not necessarily where I wanted to go.
Oh,
you know what
where
I'm
you
saying?
wanna
With my
go?
petty,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Petty Man, where you want to go?
My petty is with support, right?
Ooh,
And
that's
so it's
good.
with support.
Good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? This is kind of 360 petty. So you know what I'm
All
saying? So
right.
stay with me. So I guess leg one is going to be like, all right. So when your family, right? And it just really just saddens me. It's just, why does it seem like family is the last group to come on board?
And is.
Why is it the last group to come on board? And they, you know, whenever you get around them, they'll let you know that they see you. Mm-hmm. But you don't ever see them
Purchase
repost.
anything,
They're not
volunteer
buying
for nothing,
anything.
come around.
They're
none
not
of that.
liking anything. They're not doing anything.
The
But
simple
when they
stuff.
see you, they be like, oh, you know, I saw this. And I'm always surprised because there was never any evidence. There's never any
part.
evidence. You
That
know
A
what I
free
mean?
like, a
Yeah.
free follow.
Yeah.
Right. You know, liking
None of
is
that.
free. Like all of
Liking
that.
is
You know what I
free,
mean?
Sharing is free. All of that.
And it's to the point now it's just almost like they low key kind of want to do business with me, but it's like you still are invisible. Like right now, you're not doing the free stuff. So why are you talking to me about business? Like you're not doing the free stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
I think that, I think the people who do that, I don't know. Because, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like people who don't support are low-key jealous. I'm going to be honest with you. That's how I feel. Because even if, like, I mean, the people who I follow on my page, the people who I know, I'm looking at your videos, I'm liking it, I'm moving on. And they're not promoting anything, it's just their videos. Look at mine, it's free.
Do the same
Follow-
thing.
Yeah,
Half the time I don't even know what the shit was. I just saw your name. They're just
I
like,
usually
all right,
do look. 'Cause
So you want to check, you
I
want to
do,
know.
yeah.
I just like it.
If
I
I
like
don't
it.
agree,
Move
I ain't
on.
following
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's simple. I think they low key jealous.
Yeah, probably. You know, if they're not jealous, maybe just like upset. That it's like, man, how dare you? You know, try to do something.
I'm still going.
You know what I mean? Like, how dare you
It's
try to do
the
something?
same thing, ain't it? No.
I mean, it could be the same thing. I mean, like, I think both things can be true, right? You know what I mean? It could be jealousy.
Things can be true.
Or it could just simply be like, because sometimes I have some friends, like, I don't necessarily feel like they're jealous of me. I think they're just more or less like, you know, really you? It is like, you can do that? Or maybe they feel like that they should be doing that too, but for some reason they're not.
But
It's just
why
kind of
not?
like-
Why not a follow or like?
Hey, that's a good question.
I'm still going with jealous. I'm going with jealous.
Good question.
Because, I mean, if I'm looking at you, I know you, and it costs me nothing, and I see you, that's the little head nod. Oh, I see you. Throw your head up and hit the like. You don't do it because you what? Jealous. I'm done.
Right.
Am I petty? I'm done.
Well, you petty. That might be a little petty. I got a different perspective on that.
Okay, let's hear it.
My perspective is a little different because, and maybe because I've been an entrepreneur since right out of high school. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I learned really, really early on, like right then, was that your family's going to be your support. They got your back. They know what you're doing. But for me, I look at it like they're a workaround to me. I want your support. That's great. But you are not really who I'm going to. You are not who I'm looking for. Because, you know, even if they do support, you know, or when they do support, that's great. But I'm looking for the greater good. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all to pieces. But I promise you ain't really who I'm looking for. You are not my target audience.
You're
so for me,
right.
Come support when you can. Be there when you can. I know y'all love me, but you ain't really who I'm looking for.
It's true.
I need the money from whoever else. I need the money from the masses. So all I need really from y'all is be my cheerleaders. However you want to be my cheerleaders. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't talking bad about me, we good. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking for the greater good. I'm looking for those people who gonna spend money with me all the time. Yeah. And I want the masses.
Who find the value
of
whatever you're doing.
And it's fine. Like my family, you know, honestly, my family's super supportive. They come to stuff, they do stuff, they buy stuff when they can. They help me a lot. You know what I mean? When I say, hey y'all, I need some help for one of these festivals. Can you come sit in this booth with me or whatever the case may be? They're super supportive. Now, no, they don't do everything. They're not buying everything. And my family, genuinely, they're never really asking me for discounts and things like that. And I know that happens. I know that's a thing. 100% I know that's a thing. But even still, even if there are some that are like that, I don't really care because I'm looking for the greater. I'm looking for the bigger picture and I'm looking for them other customers.
I agree with that because I got a product or 10 that I'm promoting. I haven't told a single family member. I haven't told anybody. I mean, I'm doing it like now, but I don't tell my family because I feel like, if you can get it done without your family support, then you can get it done.
100%.
You damn near have to. I mean, I swear the strongest supporters have been strangers, have been people that I've not seen. I've had people comment and it's like, hey man, I've been following your page. I've been watching the videos. Yeah. You know, and it's just like, I don't even know who they are. Like, we're not even following them back. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're strong support and like almost every time it's like. And I'm like, you know what? Why aren't the people that I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, doing the same thing? You know, and the crazy thing is, it's like, they will do their own thing, you know, and then they'll be the first one to be like mad at me if I didn't immediately like it.
No, what is it? We still not calling it jealous.
You know what I'm saying?
I think he likes the word. I think he likes the word jealous. That's what I think.
It's like you're grinding, we're grinding, just like yo. It's like
appreciate.
You know, like damn. Do it. And I would say, and on the 360 end, on the other end, it's like yo, don't try to take over. You know what I'm saying? Our pages, like. We're going to support, and I've already said it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If we fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to like it, you know, I'm going to share it if it's appropriate. But, you know, some of y'all are like really just like trying to take over the page. Like every single day, it's like 4 or 5 things that you want me to either collaborate with or share to my story. Just like, you know, wait a minute. Right. It's the Wolves of Naptown, right? So it's not whatever your page is. So it's like.
We do us.
We kind of got to dial it back here a little bit. So, yeah, I'm going to support, right? But. You can't take over the page.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So what I will say, you know what I'm saying, and if we can move on to any other petties if you got anything, it's just like, you know what, if you're doing something good for the community, or if I find it while I'm scrolling through a page, you know, it's like, you know what, yeah, this is cool. I may like it. You know, if it's shareable, I may post it to my story. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or share it to Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I support. Like, don't come at me and be like, hey, go to my page and share this post and this post. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Don't give me homework. No.
Right.
I mean, like, who the fuck
thank you.
Like, who the fuck you think you are? You know what I'm saying? You directing me. And like, you can't if you don't have, you know what I'm saying, enough time to even give me the post to share it, like, fuck, I'm not spending my time going to your page and searching through your shit.
Right.
I had one motherfucker that really was just like, hey, that was their thing. Go to my page and post it. It's like, no. The fuck is wrong with you?
How much are you paying?
Right, exactly.
Why would I do that?
Yeah. That's why I was like, that damn near have to be like a payment situation.
Situation,
$15, you know what I'm saying, to collab. You know what I'm saying? $15 a collab, man. But that's why I say just 360 on there. Just like there are some people that, you know what I'm saying, are not supporting, and there are some people that are asking for a whole lot of support.
Asking for a whole lot.
You know, it's like, yo, y'all better be good with this like or this reshare that I see appropriate. And it's like, I'm sorry. Just like, you know, people that want me to share, like, okay, you're selling this product, you're selling this product, you're selling that product. Y'all understand that people get paid, you know what I'm saying, for sponsorships, right?
And
you know
being
what
ambassadors for stuff. That's
right, you know what I mean?
is.
So it's like, yeah, if I see it while I'm scrolling, yeah, I'll repost it. But when we get to the point to where you're like sending it to me, it's like, oh, you just we don't work for you. We
Plus,
don't work for you.
In that situation, you almost have to vet those people because I don't know what all you do. So even if you send me one post, but what if the rest of your stuff doesn't represent who I am? So that's the kind of thing I think about, you know, because I've had, you know, because things that I'm doing are becoming a little more popular and people are seeing me more. So people send me stuff too. And I'm like, well, here's my thing. I have to look into it because now I have to think about, well, does what you do represent me? So I don't want to just post your one post that could be, okay, that might be all right. But if the last 10 posts of yours were all kinds of whatever that don't represent me, I don't want to be that one. I don't want something to come back to me like, Nicci, you was posting and they was blah, blah, blah. That's okay. No, thank you. So, yeah, I need to vet that, too.
So, and I don't want to say, like, you know, just like what Nicci said, it's like it could be things that don't really represent us. Right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like we said, we have to vet. You know, it's like I'm not mad at you selling whatever it is, whatever service or product, you know what I'm saying, that y'all are selling, but we don't know what's on the back end of that. You know what I mean? I would hate to be sharing something, reposting something, and then a few weeks later, you know, heaven forbid, I'm watching the news and I see something. Right. Or even better yet, somebody is knocking on my door wanting to ask me questions about something because we reposted. It's like, come on now. It's just like, let's
make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Absolutely.
Let it be within reason. And man, if you're helping the community, you know what I'm saying? If you're providing free services, you know, help, you know, most likely I'm going to repost that. If we know you and we have a business relationship or we have done business before, then okay, I can post that. But, you know, I'm not about to repost somebody that we've never met. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more than just me. You know what I'm saying? I represent the boss lady as well, you know, as part of this brand. And just like, we can't just be putting everything out there.
This is
not a good look.
So it's kind of like a petty and plus a public service announcement.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Hey. Anybody else have anything they want to get petty about?
Do you have anything?
I don't have anything specific that I want to get petty about.
You sound like you got a little something you might want. I don't know.
It's like, I kind of want to put it there out.
Right. Just making sure now.
Okay, because it's your opportunity. We'll let you
We
slide.
don't even care.
I probably have one thing, only because you brought up the very first thing you brought up was DJ stuff. So my petty in regards to DJ stuff is not really about, you mentioned like the entitlement thing. Mine is more from the consumer standpoint. So when the consumers are there, my petty is requests with DJs. It is like a pet peeve of mine, and I know it's a pet peeve of theirs, and it's just so crazy. But I just want people, the consumers, to understand, like, it's cool, but sometimes I just need y'all to sit down. Because like, it's literally just a no. I mean, I have been in places where I told them, and some of my DJ, friends and the people that I work with, they literally are like, oh, she's security, because I will like literally put myself as a barricade in between the DJ and wherever these people can come from to just because folks will show up, they get up there. You trying it. Not only do you want to do your request, but then you come up, you got drinks in your hand. Like, this is equipment. You can't just be up here and you want to put in your request.
Oh, that was danger and progress, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's all of those things. So it's not, it's about those requests, but then it's also about how you come to the DJs. It's like, stop it. They are there for a reason. They're being paid to be where they are, and they're probably being paid to make whatever music that they're doing. So when people just come up and
excuse me, I'm sorry,
folks will come up and ask for some stuff, and it's like they'll be in the middle of playing something, whatever this is. They got a theme here. You know what I mean? They're on a roll. They got their thing, and then here you come, asking for some gospel music or just whatever. Like, come on, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? So, one of my DJ friends, he made himself a shirt that literally is like, hey, if you want a request, if you want this, is this much. If you want this, is this much. Because listen, in real life, we don't need it. We're here for a reason. We know what we're doing. We know how to keep the party going. We know how to read the room. So that's my petty. It's like, people stop going up and requesting and coming up with your phone. You know what I mean? Like, well, can you play this song? Ooh,
They
yeah,
doing
so
a
that's
whole
my
lot,
petty.
man. They want to ask for a song and do content at the same time.
Oh yeah,
I gotta do my little dance. I gotta do my
Oh,
step.
Yeah.
I like that one. 'cause
That's my petty.
That's because nowadays, I mean, these DJs, they have like a whole set. You know what I'm saying? This
They
is
do.
going to mix with this. It's going to mix with this. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep the party going. Here you are, you know, coming in, asking for something that's completely off gender and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like off genre, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, oh, no, you don't do that. Like, I know it's been a thing back in the day to be able to, hey, I want to request
Request
hey, Mr. DJ. But, you know, call in to your local radio station and do that.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Don't bother the
No,
live
that's
DJ. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
don't
trying
even
to make
expect
it
to do that no
happen.
more, but okay.
They don't. I really think they're
Not
probably
that
discouraging
much.
that a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
'cause
saying?
it's weird. I mean, I get it that you want to hear what you want to hear, but it's like that's, you know, everybody else doesn't. You are one person that wants to hear one song. Well, play it in your car. It's on your phone. You know, that's my thought process.
Hey.
Yeah,
Is there
real
an
life.
age group that does it mostly, or do you think about it like that? I feel like older people might
They do.
it.
Older
Okay.
people do it a lot, but they're also, you know, it's different types of crowds too. You know what I
okay.
mean? It just depends on where they are, especially if they're at like private events or, you know, that type of stuff. They really feel like they can. They feel like they should just be able to ask the DJ whatever because the DJ's there for them. But even in those situations, there's so many of those parties where people give the DJ a playlist, especially like weddings. You know what I mean? And receptions, those people give the DJ a playlist that he
That's what
has
I'm
to
saying.
find all
Like,
those songs
yeah.
and do all of that. And so then here you come, you know, because you want to dance on the floor. Well, no, he's got a list he's supposed to go by. So, you know, it's
I
a
see
lot.
a
That's what I
t-shirt
was
saying no
thinking.
request.
In real life, I just told my DJ today at the event. I said I'm making you a shirt that has this no request character on it
you
because
go.
it's a no. Somebody asked me for something that was so weird. I said, oh no. I was out in the field and I turned to him and was like, wrap that up. We're not playing that. It's a no. Like no. Now they do have an app now though, which is great. So I hope that most of the DJs will get onto it because
Okay.
there's an app that they can do a request. So they put this little QR code up on these screens wherever they are. And then people can go. They can scan the QR code. You go to it. You put your request in, but you got to pay for it.
Oh, there
it's
you go.
kind of like Touch Tunes. I saw that and I thought, oh, this is the best doggone thing
Make
ever.
you think twice.
So
you said,
there
you
you go.
really want
You
that
got a
request? Pay
Go
for
to this
it.
website. You want to pay for it?
I
Good.
bet you
So
a
it's
DJ
like tip
just
the
gets
DJ.
some money in their pocket. You know what?
Absolutely.
Maybe
That's
I'll
like
try and
tipping the
find
DJ.
that.
Hey,
Yep.
There's an
Yep.
app for everything.
Hey man, clap it up
In
for
real
that
life.
right there, man. That was
Yeah.
a great idea.
Yes, indeed.
That was a great idea, man. They're great petty too, man. They're great petty. Because honestly, nowadays, like, just enjoy the music. But like I said, if you pay for the DJ, give them the list. You know what I'm saying? That way, you who paid can get the songs that you want played, right? And everybody else, sit the fuck down, get a drink.
Yeah, if you don't like
Real.
it,
You
you
know
should
what I'm saying?
leave.
Hey,
Real.
you know, do something else, man. I like that. All right. We're not trying to keep you too long, but we want to go ahead and at least try our hand at least one of these questions here.
Ooh,
I know
okay.
people have been seeing the goblet. I call it the goblet of destiny, saying the wolf's goblet or whatever. But inside this goblet, we have some what would you do scenario questions.
Ooh,
right?
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? We want at least our guests to at least get a chance to try one of these. So to go ahead and wrap the show up, Nicci, go ahead and pick something out of the cup.
And will, and am excited to do it.
All right. Now, you can read it or I can read it. It's up to you.
I'm going to let you do it. I like
There we go.
surprises.
Everybody like me to read it. Okay. all
Yep,
right.
I like surprises.
So
I think
let's
you
see
like
that.
to read it too.
Okay. All right, this is a good one. Now, what would you do if you witnessed an act of discrimination in public? How would you respond? I'm going to read it again. What would you do if you witnessed an act of discrimination in public? How would you respond?
Me, I would very likely confront the person because
Or just
I'm
right
not
in your
really.
face.
Oh
No-
yeah,
no-
because
you're
I'm not
getting
really
no
afraid
help?
of too much of anything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm
There
just
we go.
like, hey, listen, because right is right and wrong is wrong when it's all said and done. So if I see it, I'm a believer in see it and say it. So if I see something and I feel like it's not a good thing, if they didn't act properly, I will absolutely say something. All of it in love, you know what I
All in
mean?
love, okay.
Decent and in order and in love, you know what I mean? But I would definitely let a person know because like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong. So, and that's discrimination in any kind of way. Because, and I've seen lots of things, they can be, handicap discrimination, it could be race, it could be any of that. But I'm not afraid to say anything because some people won't say anything. And if you never speak up, then some people don't know. And the crazy part about it is that some people don't even know that it's discrimination. So they may say something or do something and they don't know. So guess what? The only way you're going to know is for somebody to tell you.
That's it.
That's true. And it doesn't specify what type of discrimination. It's just you're witnessing an act of discrimination. It's like, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? So clearly, you're not walking away from it. And you said you're not afraid of anything, right? You're not afraid of anything.
No, me and the Lord got a great relationship. He got my back, so I ain't scared. It's okay.
And it's a Cary state. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying?
There we go. Listen, I know where I'm going too. See, that's another thing. Listen, it's Sunday, y'all. So guess what? Yes.
I guess, just to be truthful, I guess it depends on what type of discrimination that I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And so that would give me two options. If I feel like it's something that, hey, just me coming up and saying something, then I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Either do that or maybe whoever's being discriminated against, maybe I come and it's like, okay, no, I'm with this person and we're just going to try and separate the situation, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to walk with this person and we're going to get out of here.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Instead of whatever the fuck they talking about, you know what I'm saying? Me and this person, we getting up out of here. Now, if it's something really big, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I ain't afraid of anything, except for, maybe, 762s, you know what I'm saying? Some, 5.56, them white boys walking around with the ARs, I'm afraid of that.
That's powerful.
I'm definitely afraid of that. So we might have to get some help, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to say just anything, but I doubt very seriously that I'm just going to just turn the other cheek and just walk away. It'd be something. I would do something along those lines.
I agree 100% with both of y'all. I definitely am not one who is going to allow for somebody to be discriminated against because, we get it a lot. I know I do. And if you let somebody else experience it when you could help, then that's why they allow you to be discriminated against. So I'm with you 100%. Definitely would step in.
Sometimes, man, it just really be easy like that. You know what I mean? Because, with us, you know what I'm saying, all being, black, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like naturally we probably experience some type of discrimination in our lives, you know what I'm saying, at this point in time.
100%.
So I guess it's kind of tough for us to kind of walk away from it. You know what I mean? So I would expect that from us, Now, is there any type of discrimination? Because we kind of got to explore all angles, you know what I'm saying? And we'll wrap the show up. Is there any type of discrimination that you see that would be like, you know what, I'm going to step back and let them handle that? You know what I mean? And I'm a case in point, you know what I mean? What if, something kind of like, we had a show months ago where we talked about Kanye West, and some of the stuff that he's talking about, like some of the racist stuff where he's discriminating against Jews and whatnot. But, he's a legendary, musician and he's black. And it's just kind of like, does it matter to any one of y'all where the discrimination is directed? Like if you see somebody black that is discriminating against somebody else, is it just the attitude of, well, that's their opinion, or no, they're wrong no matter what it is?
I'm gonna say, in this case right here, I feel like it's wrong regardless. It really is, because you're discriminating against Jews or whatever. We don't have the room. We don't have room to be discriminated against nobody. We really don't. So, it don't matter to me whether he's black or not.
Right.
Not at all.
Just because of what's something that has happened to you, it doesn't mean you turn that around and do the same thing to somebody else. That's really a big thing. You know what I mean? So, discrimination.
He should know better sometimes. I just be like, boy, you can just sit down. What are you doing?
Yeah, and he kind of goes back and forth with that. But, I think the thing with Kanye, and then we can wrap it up, I think he's got a fan base that expects that from him. That they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're all kind of like pocket racists against, whatever Kanye is on.
So some of that becomes performance in my mind. You performing for those people.
Yeah, because at this point, you probably don't really believe that. You just out here making noise to be seen.
It's a performance.
But it's Kanye.
But it's sad, and that's just kind of one of the things that I just wanted to bring up, because sometimes, we will talk about how we hate discrimination against us. but then we're not mindful of some of the things that we say, some of the things that we do, and how we
Exactly.
act
True.
that are discriminating against other people. You know what I mean? And so I always on this show, because, you know, it's really about everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't really consider this show to be a, quote, a black show. You know what I'm saying? It's a Naptown show. It's an indie show.
Right.
Yes, we're black. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about shit that all of y'all motherfuckers, no matter what spectrum of the rainbow or, you know, skin color or whatever, you know what I'm saying, can vibe with, can understand, and can relate to. At least I hope that you know guys can relate to that. You know what I mean? And so that's I just want to just bring it down, just let you know that, hey, you know, at least all of us here, it doesn't matter which way the direction goes. You know what I'm saying? We're not down for any type of discrimination, no matter where it goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we all know right from wrong.
Right.
We have to do better.
Ladies,
We do have to do better.
any last words?
No, that's it. We wrapped that part up.
Up. Miss Nicci, any last words?
No last words from me, except thank you.
All right. So let's go ahead. We are at the end of the show. Let's go ahead. Let's clap it up. Clap it up here. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Miss Riddick. Can you tell the people where we can find you, where we can find Naptown DJ Fest, is everything that where we need to go social media wise.
Plug all of them.
Tell the people.
Absolutely. So you can find me personally. I'm at Nicci Riddick, Nicci Riddick. And then Naptown DJ Fest is just that. NaptownDJFest.com is the website. We are Naptown DJ Fest on Instagram and Facebook. Indy House Heads, because we really want that to be a big thing. So Indy House Heads, we have a group page and we have a regular page, and Explore Indy group page. So make sure that you check out Explore Indy on Facebook and Facebook and Instagram.
All right, let's type it up again. Nicci Riddick.
Absolutely.
All right, that's what's up. Boss lady, you're up. Tell everybody where you
better
at.
know where to find me. Madam.BossLady on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
All right, let's type it up for the boss lady. All right, and I am the one. King Petty himself.
King Petty.
Starship West. You can find me at Starship West, Facebook, Instagram, on TikTok, even though I don't really fucking like TikTok, but whatever. I'm there.
Cut it out.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm on X as well. You can also find the Wolves of Naptown podcast on YouTube at Wolves of Naptown podcast. You can also find us on Instagram, Wolves of Naptown podcast. Same thing with TikTok, Wolves of Naptown podcast, and at Wolves of Naptown on Facebook. Or you could just Google us. Like, we're everywhere. Yeah. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Apple Podcasts,
everywhere.
Pocket Casts, Amazon Music, Audible. Like, you know, if you listen to some shit, you know what I'm saying? We everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, you know what I'm saying? We want to go ahead and again thank our guest Nicci Riddick for coming in here, talking to us about Indy House Heads, Naptown DJ Fest, and coming in with the drip on.
Thank you.
All right. And until you see us next time on the Wolves of Naptown podcast, I hope you have a great one out there in Naptown, and we will see you later.
Peace out.
Peace out. There we go. All right.
Oh my. You be ODing.